Okay, it's 10 o'clock nearly, Tuesday morning. Market's about to open, and I think I'm going to be shorting the Commonwealth Bank today, or I could be going long. I don't know. We'll just have to see how the morning turns out. But anyway, this is the daily. These are the forks that I'm using on the daily. We've got this one here, this black one here, where it's failed to make it to the median line and broken through, and you've got an example of a Gopian's rule playing out where price fails to reach a median line, it'll normally go back past the previous pivot, which it's done now, and it's actually hanging on to a bit of support there. It's actually trying to hang on to that first warning line there, but it's not being very successful. I've got this other pitchfork here, downtrending pitchfork. I'll color that red, and that seems to have that seems to be framing the price as well. So I'm thinking that this will eventually hit this median line. I don't know about today, but anyway, we'll just have to see how it works out. I do actually have an open short on Commonwealth. I'll go to the, get out of there, that's Pro Real Time. This is the IG Markets version of Pro Real Time. I'll go to the 1 hour chart. So this is the 1 hour, and that's downtrending pitchforks there. It's from the 29th of April, and so it's been in a downtrend, and it's trying to find support here across this line. I was actually been shorting this going down, and I actually exited when I saw this congestion, but I've re-entered. I've got that held the short overnight because it's probably not the best place to do it, because there is a support line there that's coming from a high volume bar right over here that it's hanging on to. But your up bars on here are starting to look a little bit weak, so we'll just have to see how we go. I've got my stop just above the tops there, so I've given it a bit of room to breathe. So I'm hoping this morning that they'll gap it down, and I might exit that short then, and if they gap it down really hard, they may try to bring it back up, so it could be a long trade, even a long scalp. But at the moment, while this fork is in play, we've got to be looking for the shorts, I suppose, in preference to the longs, but we might get a scalp today. We'll just see how we go. I'll go to the 15 minute. It looks a bit messy, but I've got a couple of little pitchforks here. I've got this one over here taken from this gap on the 25th of May, so it's in the downtrend. I've got a couple of downtrending blue channel lines here, which I've anchored to the pitchfork, and as you can see, it's giving me a weak bar. This ultra high volume bar. It's an up bar, but it's ultra high volume, and it's closed up its low, and it's kissing the top of that trend channel there. So I expect this to break down, hopefully long enough for me to exit my short position. So we'll go from there. We'll go to the 5 minute chart. Oh, there we go. Down she goes. Ultra high volume, and I think what I'll do there is I'll bring my stop right down. I'll bring that down because that looks like buying. That might not be, but it does look like buying coming in at the bottom there. So we'll just see if that I'll exit my short there, and that'll give me a little bit. That'll just take me out of my position, and then I'll see. There we go, that's closed me out, so I made money over the weekend, which is good. And then I'll just see how this goes, whether I re-enter short or go long. Whoops, get out of there. What am I looking at there? That's my Pro Real Time. I'll close that because I don't need it anymore. Okay, so this is the 1 minute chart. It's come down on high volume, but it looks like it's been capped a bit in the bottom there, so I suspect that they might try and take this back up again. That's at near these other lows here. So, but anyway, we'll just see how price goes next. It's tried to go back up again, but on less volume, so that's a weak bar, but that looks like buying coming at the bottom. If that was all selling, then I don't see how that could close up next. I could be wrong, but we'll just see how the price unfolds in relation to this bar. If it can get above and then do some low volume retesting, then it might be good for a bit of a long. But if it breaks down and then tries to go up on weak bars, then I'll be looking for a short. Anyway, we'll go to the 15 minute and see where that's taken us. Oh, look at that. It's taken us right below that pitchfork. Isn't that freaky, eh? Actually, I suspect that even if it tries to go back up, that it's going to go back down past this pivot here. Maybe not today, but I think it will, because we've got a Hagopian's rule in play here, where if price fails to reach a median, it will often reverse back past the previous pivot. So, but anyway, so it's still on the, there we go, it's going back up. So let's have a look at the 5 minute. Oh, we've got another little trend channel there on the 5 minute. It's trying to go back up again. Yep. So that was buying coming back in. It's catching supply again now, so I'm not seeing. It could be that we'll get some low volume retesting back in this area here. We'll just have to see how that works out. We'll go back to the 1 minute. Well, that looks like it looks pretty bad, doesn't it? That's a looks like it's doing it, wanting to do a 2-bar reversal there. We'll see how we go. We'll see if we make a oh, look at that. That's pretty vicious. So that's a really weak bar. High volume, trying to rise and closing well off its low. So that's a weak bar going up. That was a weak bar catching supply as well. So this may break down below this pivot here straight away, but we'll see how we go. It's still holding above this opening bar here, this high volume bar here, but I'm starting to get some countermanding weak bars, so we're just going to watch it. I might not get a long. I'm tempted to go long, but because we're in this longer term downtrend here, it's safer for me to wait for a short, I suppose. But you never know. You've got to trade what's right in front of you. No, that looks like it's trying to get up. Let's see. I want to have a look at the 2 minute chart. Yeah, so there's a high volume bar. You see this high volume bar on the day before, where we've got all this ultra high volume and we've got an up thrust. If that was buying, and it's at the top here, if that was buying, it couldn't close on the low like that. So they were telling us before the weekend that I mean, they were jumping shit before the weekend. So I suppose as you do, you don't like holding positions over the weekend. unless you're me. I don't like holding positions over the weekend, but that actually worked out for me, so it wasn't too bad. Go back to the 1 minute. Let's see how we go. Yeah, weak bars. That's a weak bar. Up thrust. It's trying to go up now on low volume. But that could be just that they're wanting to bring it back down to make a higher low. We'll just have to see. The problem, if I decide to go long, I'm not sure I'm going to have it's going to have the range going long to make it worth it. It may do, but I mean, uptrends tend to go up slower. And if you're in an overall downtrend, the range can be a bit narrow. This is looking promising. Got a low volume, the lowest volume in 3 bars coming down into an area where there's previous high volume. No, let's see. Let's go back to the 15 minutes. So it's breaking back up into the pitchfork. If it breaks this I suspect it may break this bottom here today, but we'll just have to see how that works out. So that tells us, well, that initially there was buying in this bottom bar here. So if you wanted to take a high risk entry, you could have bought that bar. There are people using these volume spread analysis principles who will buy those ultra high volume down bars, and anyway, this looks like it wants to be a no demand bar. No, it's still going up. That looks like they'll take that up, and I'll take it back down. I think that's what they'll do. They'll take it back. They'll take it up before breaking it back down. I could probably do a little pitchfork on there just to play with. I can't actually sit and watch this all day because I'm supposed to be going out, so which is a shame. I may not get a trade. I usually do this in my lunch break at work. I don't trade full time, and sometimes it works out pretty good in my lunch break, but other times I can't watch it. I just have to take a longer term view, use some wide stops, and I use my pitchforks for targets and let them run. And you do miss some opportunities that you wouldn't have missed otherwise if you're watching it all day. I'm actually on holidays this week, so I can sit and watch here, except when you're on holidays, you got to be with your family, don't you? You don't want to be doing this all the time, exciting as it is to watch. There we go, it's gone down on low volume testing again, so I suppose there are longs there, but I'm not that. So that was our buying bar there. I think that once it gets back up around this level here, it may even go up to test the upper level of this pitchfork. But once if it gets up there, then it's going to collapse back down, because I think overall it's weak. This looks like an ultra low volume down bar, so we could possibly That looks like a little test there, so I think that's going to break up, keep breaking up. Maybe. Might go have a look at NAZ, see what the other banks are doing. They're pretty much doing the same thing. Look at this opening bar is an ultra volume down bar. It's pretty narrow, pretty compressed, so there's a little bit of bag holding, what we call bag holding in there, where a lot of that down volume is being absorbed. Now we've got a down volume bar here full of buying. That's got buying in it because that down pressure is being absorbed, and there's enough pressure supply there to follow through on. So I think this is probably good for a long, actually. That's a long scalp. So that's my buying bar there. Little test bar, confirmation bar. I think I might go for a scalp up. What I'll do, I'll just put my order. Because I think that down bar, there's buying in that down bar. I think there's buying in this up bar, down bar here as well. So I'm going to go for a scalp long. Oh, I missed it. That's right, I think it'll come back and retest, so that's okay. So that's to me confirming that this down bar had buying in it. I think I'll come back down and retest into this bar, so I think I'll get my order filled. I missed it, wasn't quick enough, but anyway, you'll see what happens here. This is going to offer a little bit of resistance, but I think what it'll do, it's going to just bust through there. It's not going to resist price going up. So no, it is getting supply, but no, they're busting it through. I'm not going to get filled, I don't think. I just missed. It was too slow. Oh well, them's the brakes. Am I going to chase it? No, I'm not going to chase it. I just have to. That's just what happens. So you see, when you see these ultra volume down bars on narrow spread, that's not that narrow, but it's narrowish. It can't do that. Well, there's two things that make, and one is you've got a lot of supply, obviously, because the Dow's been pretty weak, so you've got a lot of supply gapping it down. But often the smart money will ram it down to take it back up, and it's been rammed down, but it's been held up. So they're always full of buying. There's supply from the market, but it's been held up. But the supply is so great, you actually get a follow through. But I've never seen one yet that's resisted the price going back the other way, because it's actually sprung through. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I missed that one, but that's what happens. I'm not going to chase it now. But anyway, you get that. That's what happens. Anyway, I'm not going to get to trade today, it looks like, because I've got to go out, and there's nothing immediately there to look at, and I don't really know. It's really a little bit early to decide what I want to do. Wait for the. I think I might get an opportunity this afternoon when they get up here. Commonwealth and the ANZ, and probably the other banks I'll have a look at. I think once the afternoon comes, they'll start showing weakness up around the top here, around this area here, and then we might see if there's opportunity to sell into it. But anyway, that's what I look for in the morning. And we're in a lunch break. I normally have my lunch break at 10:30, so it's actually a good time. It's probably when I should have started this video, but anyway. But look, they come back and they're retesting the top of this bar here. So I suppose if I was going to watch it, you could take an entry around about here or into this bar, a long entry. But overall, I'm short ANZ as well. So if I'm not here to watch it, if it was a short, if there's a good short there, I probably would have put the trade on and let it run, because they're all trending down. But if I'm scalping along, I like to watch it, and I'm not going to be able to. So I'll just walk away. I'll try my luck on the London Stock Exchange tonight. See what we get. Here we go. Look, really low volume coming into this bar. That's going to hold. That's buying in that bar there, so that's going to hold for the immediate, for the real short term. Anyway, that's me done. And I don't normally do these videos while I'm trading because I'm at work, but I'm on holidays for a little bit, so kids are at school for another week, and the wife's out with her having coffee with one of the school mums, so that gives me opportunity to just muck around.